Hello, hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi if you're new here, so we are going to hop right into it. This is going to be a twin flame check-in reading. And what is coming through from Spirit is Dirty Dancing, the movie Dirty Dancing. They're saying, like, that's it, that's the reading. So for a lot of you guys, they want you to watch Dirty Dancing because it does have some messages within it for you. Some of you may have recently watched it. I can see someone like scrolling through the TV. It's like you wanted something on in the background that's easy, that you don't necessarily have to watch like properly, and you're flicking through, and then Dirty Dancing came on. You were like, oh, Dirty Dancing. So then you're like there probably like watching it because you're interested because it's like a favorite movie of yours, but also you know that it has a message for you right now. It's putting you into that resonance of getting into that romantic energy, because a lot of you guys are about to be coming into unions with the loves of your life, with your twin flame, your divine counterpart is happening. Spirit is saying this is not a drill. This is not a drill. What's happening? You would have been hearing the alarm sounding. Yeah, you've done the work and they've done the work. You've been walking away from everything that doesn't serve you. Some of you guys could have recently done a burn-in of any fears that you do have surrounding you coming into union and ending this separation. So you could have burned some fears that you do have. For some of you guys, this is connected to finances, but also moving. So maybe some of you guys already know who this person is, and you know that you're going to have to be moving, or they're going to have to be moving. So it's literally going to uproot your whole life, because they're pointing to the root chakra now. But you've been walking away from what does not serve you, and you are walking towards the brighter horizon. You're walking towards Christ consciousness, the sun, the light. That's where you're going to meet your divine counterpart. They're doing it too. They're over here. You're walking from here. They're walking from over here. You're both walking towards the sun. Very, very beautiful. And they're putting music in my head. It's one of the songs is from Dirty Dancing. It's called Yes. I forget who it's by, but she's like, yes, we're gonna make love, gonna be tonight. That song is coming on. And then there's another song that's coming on in my head, and it's Olivia Dean, Talk to Me, Talk to Me. That song is coming through, Be the Man That I Need. And they want you to listen to those two songs, because that's really going to connect you with this energy of falling in love, of romance. It's very, very like, it's giving like traditional courtship kind of energy that is coming through here with your guys' connection. So what else do the collective need to hear? It's very exciting energy. And as I've said that, we have the Five of Cups that's flown out with the Eight of Wands. That's what you're moving away from. This energy of crying over spilled milk, of nothing really happening, of you getting down in the dumps. They're giving me down in the dumps. So you're moving away from that energy, and you're moving towards Eight of Wands, and it's this fiery energy. So this sacred flame that exists within you, that spark of the Most High that exists within you, that's really awakening right now. So you guys will be having really, really weird, vivid dreams. You will be having dreams that is connected to this person. Even if you don't know them yet, you'll be dreaming of their soul. Some of you guys can literally dream of what they look like, or partly with what they look like. You may not see their face properly, but you do see their face, you know. It's kind of giving the dream where maybe their hair is covering their face if they're a woman. It's like going over their face, or the face is a bit blurred, or you did see their face within the dream, but when you wake up, it starts to leave quickly. You're like, damn it, I can't remember. But you know the energy, you know the soul, right? So there's something like that is coming through there. They're bringing another movie to mind, Sliding Doors. So Sliding Doors is very significant. And with that movie, it gives you like two scenarios. If she were to catch the train, and if she were to miss the train. But either way, she's always supposed to meet James, who is her divine counterpart. She's always supposed to meet him. Doesn't matter which timeline they were on. They were always supposed to come together and meet. So that's got a message in there for you guys as well. You could be seeing like staffs everywhere, and you know, like the love stick, the wands, that the Ace of Wands particularly, that's the male love stick, the phallus. So you could be seeing wands and staffs everywhere. Maybe you're dreaming of them too. You know movement's about to be happening, and this is different than before. So you may have felt it before. They're saying Braxton Hicks. So maybe you felt like you were about to be meeting your person, but it really was Braxton Hicks. And it was to pull you into this excited energy, this light-hearted energy, like, okay, it's happening, to give you that hope and that faith to stay on that trajectory, to stay on that path of the twin flame journey. Because it can be a lot. And sometimes you just want to give up because you believe that it's never going to be happening for you here with the Two of Swords. You guys could be seeing crows and ravens everywhere, and maybe you're noticing they're really staring at you. They could be following you. Some of you, I'm getting like a dancing bird. Maybe some of you guys have a parrot, and you could blast out certain music, and that your birds are dancing along with you. For others of you, you could be noticing that you're listening to music within your house. You could look out the window. There could literally be birds outside on the ledge, on the roof, or in the trees, and they're like moving their head and dancing along. That's like the energy that is coming through. But you're most definitely moving out of this. The Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. You're moving out of that energy, like woeful me. And being in the darkness about your connection, everything's going to start coming to light. So please do pay attention to your dreams. To help you with dream recall, you can get like a pouch, a shamanic dream pouch that has certain herbs within it and like flowers that assist you with dream recall. They want me to share that with you. And also, I used to use it was a clear quartz crystal. It's called a dragon's egg. I used to use a dragon's egg and put that under my pillow, and that did help me with dream recall. And you can also write down, I will remember my dreams in the morning. I will remember my dreams in the morning. You write that down 3 times before you go to bed, because it is very important right now that you remember what you're doing in the astral. We have the Queen of Swords, and you see how she's still. She's still. She's just looking out. And she knows what's for her is for her. She has very strong boundaries. She knows herself and she knows her worth. This is what both of you have been working on. You're no longer caged. You free yourself from this cage. And you freed your heart from the cage. And maybe at some point you were walking around a bit heavy and a bit bitter. So you've been working on your heart chakra and healing those wounds with people in the past who may have stabbed you in the back, cheated on you. Or where it just didn't get off the ground. You were like, why does it work for everybody else and it doesn't work for me? Why do they get to have their like happy endings in relationships? You got to the root of that. And you really healed yourself. Some of you guys could have recently bought yourself new shoes. Maybe you've been looking at sandals, because some of you guys could be preparing to go on holiday. And this could be where you bump into this person, you meet this person on holiday. Again, birds are significant. Do you see the bird in the sky there? What else, Spirit? We have judgment. Judgment. It's time. It's time for you to be coming into union. And you're really and truly connected with your higher self, and so is your divine counterparts. Very, very powerful. You will be hearing the sound, the alarm from Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is stepping forward very strongly. He's going to announce it. He's going to announce this union. You're going to get a prompting to be somewhere at a certain place at a certain time. For others of you, you won't get that prompting or that inkling at all. It's just going to happen. Like, you're just going to bump into each other. Your worlds are just going to cross. And it's literally going to come out of nowhere. You're not going to be expecting it. Obviously, you're going to be picking up with your intuition that you're close to union, but you don't know when, and you don't know where it's going to be happening. And it needs to be kept, like they're going, shh. It needs to be kept a mystery and secret, even from you and your person. So the dark forces can't come through and throw their psychic attacks. So it's like shrouded in mystery by the Most High God. But again, you see this here. It's like giving the astral body the soul. So the astral right now in your dreams is very, very significant. They're wanting you to like dance more. Get into this energy where you're moving your body and you're getting into a light-hearted energy. So do blast out those 2 songs. I'll put them in the description what they are. One of them's called Yes. It's from Dirty Dancing soundtrack. And the other one is Olivia Dean, The Man I Need. They both have that like 80s vibe, right? So the 80s, that era is coming through. That could be significant for you. We have Flirt, and that is flown out with You Deserve Love, because that's what you're going to be moving into, this light-hearted, flirty energy where you're getting to know your person. Because obviously you recognize them at the soul level, but you still need to get to know the human being, what they like, what they don't like, what are their hobbies, like what was their childhood like. But there's going to be a deep friendship between you. A deep friendship and like of one another. Because, you know, sometimes some people can be in connections and they don't even like the other person. It's like they're just doing life together. They're just doing capitalism together. Obviously, with a divine counterpart, that's a very high level of commitment. That's not going to be the case. You're going to like each other, want to be around each other, want to be in each other's energy, and a lot of physical touch. So even if your love language isn't physical touch, there's going to be a lot of physical touch between you. Very, very powerful lust and chemistry because it's divine. You're not just coming together because you're attracted with each other. You're coming together to merge mind, body, and soul. They asked me to use honey incense. So honey could be significant. Maybe you've been eating or added a lot of honey to your tea. Some of you guys could enjoy eating honey on toast, or this is going to be your person. But honey is coming through as significant. You could be smelling sweet smells that aren't actually there. So that's your clairsentience, smelling things from the spirit world. Some of you guys, you could be seeing cupids everywhere. Maybe you're seeing people with tattoos with the cupids, or like the bow and arrow. You've got true love that's at the bottom of the deck there. What else, Spirit? Some of you as well, you're destined to have children together with this person if you want that and if you're of childbearing age. Some of you about 3. You could potentially have 3 children with this person. And we have here deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. That's flown out with past life relationship. You have known each other before. All these masks are falling away. Any third parties that are involved on your end or their end have completely been removed. They're pointing to the other card again. You've both done the work that your ancestors and spiritual court were asking you to do so you could come into union. Now you are walking towards the sun. You are coming into union. And these masks, like, you're going to be standing in front of each other and be completely vulnerable and naked. You won't be able to wear masks. And those masks that we don't realise we're still attached to and we're still holding, or not necessarily that they're on the face. So show me a mask that's like being held here. So you've taken it off, but you haven't completely thrown it away and got rid of it. This union is going to trigger you completely throwing away that mask and being completely vulnerable, not only with your person, but with other people. So you're going to be standing in your truth, speaking your truth. And obviously it's a past life relationship because your souls have known each other before. You are not new to each other, but you could be new to each other in this human realm. Your bloodlines are not new to each other. There's something about the blood of you two as well. Your bloodlines need to mix. Like, your ancestors have chosen each other too. Your bloodlines need to be coming together for some of you and creating a child. But again, look at this beautiful chemistry. You won't be able to keep your hands off one another. And a lot of you guys need that. And others of you at first, it's going to be like on a friendship level. So you will be having like a lot of like hugging and cuddling and holding hands, that kind of physical touch. Until you're both ready, once you've really built that emotional connection, until you're both ready to take it to the next level. What else, Spirit? Thank you. We have green Tara, healing light. Wellness unfolding. Know that healing is a journey. You have both healed. You've done all the healing you needed to do. Now you are coming together in holy matrimony, I'm hearing. In holy union. The colour green could be very significant to you right now. I call my future self, like, I was doing a lot of self-development on myself the last few years. And I always called my future self the woman in the green dress. Because when I had visions and saw myself in the future, I was standing by a tree, like a tree of life. And I was always wearing this green dress. So that's coming through for you guys. They want me to share that with you. So this is the thing. You've bridged that gap between your present self and your future self. You have now become your future self. But the colour green, you could be seeing it everywhere. It could be very powerfully and strongly within your aura right now. It's also connected to abundance, to Mother Earth, and to the heart chakra. Because they're showing me a dollar bill. So with this union, your abundance and money will increase. Because this union will activate parts of you that have been lying latent, that are connected to you being a magnet and pulling in your prosperity. Because obviously when you come into union, that's it. You've completely solidified you being on your destined timeline, right? So that means that there's abundance going to be coming in for you. You would have completely cleared that lack consciousness that is still lurking around. We have Rumi, mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. That's what holy matrimony is. That's what union is. When you come together with your twin flame, your divine counterpart, it is that mystical knowing. It's that experience of the Most High God. Very, very powerful, because you're experiencing the God in another human being. The God in them that is connected to their soul. Again, the green. You see how he's wearing green here? What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please? Thank you. We have Sopdet, cosmic power, unlimited potential, sacred mission, initiation. Look at that, how she's completely activated, completely one with her higher self, with the heavens above, and with this pure, holy, white light. Some of you guys won't recognize yourselves after coming into union, after being with this person. The way you're going to morph and transform, you're not going to recognize yourself both physically, when it comes to your energy field, when it comes to your aura, spiritually, you won't recognize yourself. Because you're becoming one, you're completely merging with your higher self, and then you are merging with your divine counterpart. It's very, very powerful. Your eyes are going to be glowing like never before. Like, you're literally going to, there's literally going to be like light beams. I'm being shown like light beams like this. That is extending out from the eyes. So people will see the anointing on your face. There's going to be no debate on whether you're connected to the Most High God. You know what I mean? It's that Christ consciousness completely coming to the surface and shining through. Again, pay attention to what you were doing in the astral and your dreams. I want to get some poems for you guys. So what poems the collective most need to hear for this reading? This whole time they just keep flashing different scenes of dirty dancing. So do watch it if you feel called to watching it. We have here Did you do as your ancestors asked, or too busy reliving the past? That one time you had a blast. The good times never last. The mind likes to play tricks, tells its versions of stories well, paints a fractured picture. Earth has asked us not to litter, that includes ourselves. Or do you enjoy living in hell? This is for those of you who are still in that process of letting things go that no longer serve you and walking towards the sun. Where's that card? This one here. There's something that some of you are still holding on to, you need to let go of. Spirit is saying they hope it's not a third party, because people at this point who are coming into unions who should have worked through all of that and not be holding on to the wrong people who you know are karmic in nature, where it's toxic in nature. I feel like this is just what it says on the poem, you going through your mind. Like, oh, it's not going to happen for me. It's not going to happen for me. Yes, it is. That's what you need to stop in its tracks. And sometimes that's not even your fault. So that's the psychic attacks coming from the dark forces and the heavy energies that is within the collective, where a lot of people aren't believing in true love anymore. Like, if you go online, it's like men and women are literally at each other's throats. And there's literally this gender war that is trying to be pushed. So I feel like some of that energy, you could be picking up on it and actually thinking it's your own, but it's not your own. So remember to pray. Whatever spiritual bliss discipline that you guys do that helps to strengthen your aura and does connect you to the Most High, you need to be on point with that every single day without fail. You need to be praying right now and banishing any intrusive thoughts that are not your own. Even negative thoughts, when you sometimes feel like it is actually coming from you, you will still want to be banishing it or stopping that thought in its tracks and flipping it. Which is why they want you moving into that light-hearted, romantic energy as well. Others of you, you've done that work. So I'm staring at where it says, Earth has asked us not to litter. That includes ourselves. So you really worked on your self-criticism, your self-love and your self-worth. And that's where you pulled yourself into this Queen of Wands energy, where you know who you are, you know what you deserve. Some of you guys could have recently taken yourself out on dates. Maybe you've been taking yourself out for lunch, for dinner, that sort of thing. It's like getting to know you again, because you've been rebirthed and you're this new version of you, right? What else, Spirit? We have here, walk towards the sun. Your new timeline has begun. Through the archway, jump in the gold carriage, no longer carrying that old baggage. A double rainbow overhead. Forgive but don't forget. Shake the magic 8-ball. It foretells a wave of good luck. Wish granted, never again will you remain stuck. You have pulled yourself up to your destined timeline. Look out for rainbows. You could be seeing rainbows everywhere. Some of you guys could be seeing certain animals that you connect with divination. So like the magpie, I connect the magpie bird to divination. And like they exist between worlds. So they're connected both to the spirit world and to this physical world. So you could be seeing certain omens that you connect with divination in that same way. Maybe some of you guys are seeing a magic 8-ball. You could be seeing images of it everywhere. But there's that confirmation. You are walking towards the sun, and your divine counterpart is walking towards the sun. That's where you meet. One more poem, please, Spirit, to close out the reading. This one. This one here says, she. She is holy, she is war, she is a new open door. She is a wolf's howl, she is a silent night, she is warmth from candlelight. She is raw beauty, she is ugliness too, she is a landscape in a rear view. She is a horizon, she is illuminated, she is open, never gated. She is primitive, she is a curse and a gift, she is seen by many in any direction. She bestows spiritual protection. She is the womb, she is darkness, she is light. She grants us our divine birthright. She is the mother, she is the daughter. She is the goat brought to the slaughter. She is blood and she is water. She is the shadow in a sacred courtyard. She is the opposite of the sun. She is where it all begun. She is a prayer and she is a ritual. She is serene, she is a snake's bite. Her love and her venom rule over us all. We move with her phases, waxing or waning her intensity gazes. She sees in all places. She helps true seekers solve cases. She herself remains a mystery. She whispers to us our history. She is the moon. Watch her bloom. When I'm reading this, I was just being shown like a divine masculine painting the divine feminine. So like this poem is how the divine masculine sees the divine feminine. Very, very powerful. He sees you as very mystical, very serene. Like you literally are the moon, is what the divine masculine is saying here. And this is the thing, for unions to come to be, you have to both be very connected to the womb of Mother Earth. And that divine feminine energy would have really been activated to the point that you will be both able to sit in your magnetism, right? To be on your throne and pull what is destined for you to you. But one of you is going to be more in the divine masculine energy and one in the divine feminine energy. You guys could be seeing snakes everywhere, like images. You could be dreaming of snakes. You could be seeing images of a snake that's kind of like halfway through and shredding its skin. Or maybe some of you just watched a reel, like, you know, when they speed things up and it's literally a snake shredding its skin, because this is what you've been doing. You're no stranger to the ego death. You're no stranger to the spiritual awakenings. But there's a mystery surrounding the where and when that you're going to be coming into union that needs to be that way. So please don't dig into that. Like, try and pull cards and like asking your spiritual core, your ancestors, like, well, when's it going to happen? Where is it going to happen? And I get with a lot of people because you want to make sure that you're wearing this one. They're like, just stay ready, because you want to make sure that you're looking nice. You want to make sure you're not going out like with curlies in your hair and like pajama bottoms on, just rushing to the shop, and then that's where you're gonna bump into that person, you know. But I'm pretty sure that your spiritual court won't allow that to happen. Some of you maybe it will, and it'll be like a running joke within your connection when you start getting to know each other. But that's all the messages coming through. They're saying again, dirty dancing, very, very significant. If you did want a personal reading, my information is in the description below, but I'll see you in another video.